Previously on St. Elsewhere.
Dr. Oshlander, I don't have 6 years to waste till I get into the PA program.
I promise to see what I can do about speeding things along.
Forget it. I quit.
You John Doe. You lived on our psych ward. You spent months searching for your identity.
How were the memoirs?
Going great.
I found you a steno. Meet John Doe. I try writing my life the way it really happened, and it's a snore, even to me. I mean, I'm wasting my time.
But if you can keep shoveling out trash like this, we got a bestseller on our hands.
Take this down. Her shapely legs straddled my gurney.
Remember when I said I would kill you last? I lied. Sunday, bloody Sunday.
Griffin, you done?
What do you got, Nanette?
Splitting headache. He's got severe abdominal pain.
Oh, it's a hernia. Lifting luggage out of my trunk at the bus station. Bang! Oh, like a blowout. Oh! Ah!
I'm Dr. Griffin. This is Nurse Saddis. Call for a surgical consult. Let me give you a hand here, Mr.
My groin. Me friends calling me Pat.
Chauffeur.
Oh, cabbie.
Pretty spiffy clothes for a hack.
You saw my play at the American Rep then.
Comedian, too, huh?
Oh, well, the new municipal code says that wherefore and to wit, all taxicab drivers must look presentable, quote, unquote, while configured for operation.
Trying to clean up the city.
Well, sure, Cabby's outfit's kept millions away from the greater Boston area. We have half the necessary street signs, and the mayor's up in arms about my short sleeves.
Resident on calls and surgery can't come down.
No luck trying to push a hernia back into the abdomen.
Okay, let's wheel him up to OR.
No, Nanette. I just want to try one more thing. Can't get no traction, Saddis.
Hey, that's okay, Doc. That's okay.
How'd you do that?
I used to be a faith healer. Mr. McGroin, by extruding the bowel, I was able to pop it back through the muscle hole. Now, there's no rush in the surgery, but I still suggest you have the hernia taken care of as soon as possible.
Well, I'm here. Let's operate, okay? Hey, wait a minute, Doc. I got something here for you. Here. Write me off on your income tax.
Thanks.
Dad?
Yep, down here.
I was gonna do the ironing.
That's no problem, kid. What's up?
Oh man, chemistry.
Uh-huh.
Why did they make poli-sci majors study useless junk?
The purpose of a liberal arts education is that each student will receive a well-balanced view of the universe.
In any case, we have to calculate the solubility something of something in something, and I am totally underwater. You had to learn this stuff, right?
Sure, yeah.
Terrific. Here.
Okay. Sodium borate.
Oh, Dad, you always leave whites in with the colors. Look at my underwear, blue.
Phew.
From now on, let me handle the wash. Oh, my socks, too?
Solubility products. Yeah, okay, I will.
I thought you had to learn that stuff to be a doctor.
Don't you have anything else to do on a weekend night?
You used to want me to study.
Well, you know, since you transferred from Vassar to Boston College, all you've done is go to class and then come back here and take care of Tommy and me. Why don't you go out?
Where?
I don't know, a movie, a social?
Dad, socials disappeared with poodle skirts.
I don't know. It just seemed to me that you and Rick had a pretty good relationship going. You put that on hold?
We want our freedom.
So use it.
It's weird with Carol. You're getting more action than I am.
Is he?
Hey, Dad, listen. Last year we said we'd stay off each other's case. So stay off, okay? Let me know if you have a breakthrough in camp.
Hey,
Oh, sorry, habit.
The body yields to my knife, submits to the hand still. The flesh pink and moist. Her lips pressed against mine, body quivering, aching. And I felt myself stir. Chapter 10. The summer vacation. She came in from the garden, cheeks flushed, arms filled with flowers. I sat, playing the Wurlitzer. She said wistfully, "Where would you like these?" I smiled. Put roses on the piano and tulips on the organ.
morning. Hi, working on your book? Or magic tricks?
My old Harry Houdini kit. Excellent physical therapy. See, fine motor control. Finally returning.
Look, I'm happy for you, but you
Pick a card. Come on, pick a card.
Look, we agreed that instead of writing a boring medical memoir, you turn this into a pulp classic.
Don't worry. Look at the card. Put it there. You know, it won't be long now, though. I'll be back in OR1, forming feats of legerdemain. Here we go. Ta-da!
Wrong.
Five of spades?
Mm-mm.
Four of hearts.
Look, what about the novel?
It'll be a bestseller.
Not if we don't finish. Look, I mean, stop playing these stupid... No, stop playing these stupid games and buckle down.
Okay, you're probably right.
All right, now, I'll type what you've already dictated. You go think about what happens to Constance, the daughter, after the Lingus family reunion.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'll practice my handkerchief chain.
For crying out loud.
Jackie, How's Mr. McGroin?
Surgery was simple after what you did in ER. Great job.
Nah. Listen, I've been meaning to sit down and talk to you, but you've been so crossed up about your marriage going south. And anyway, for what it's worth, I think your ex is a bonehead.
Maybe you should see his new girlfriend before judging.
Well, she couldn't be prettier than you.
And tell me that again 10 pounds from now.
Listen, I think we should pay Bobby Boy back. With interest.
Are you coming on to me?
No, I didn't mean that. Look, I was also in a long-term relationship. 7 years. Hometown sweethearts, you know, the whole movie. Ballerina.
True love?
She dumped me for a guy in pink tights. Just before I came to Boston. 10-4, the end. It's like, all of a sudden, this major part of my life just, boom. I just thought you and I could commiserate, that's all. I don't hit on women that way. Some guys do.
People think it's open season once the ring's off. I'm just not ready.
Tell me about it. But I guess we're gonna have to start dating. I mean, sometime. You can't be alone forever.
Back to the single scene. How many people can you tell your life story to?
Oh, what I really wish is to step into a relationship with the right woman. Anyway, you've got a friend.
Carole King.
What do you got?
Bag lady. Hit a head on the concrete, knocked unconscious. Came around in the ambulance. Vitals are stable.
Clear!
Love the people you meet in public service.
Put it right in here.
I want to go to the mission, get something to eat, see my friends. Clear!
I was walking around South Station, cursing like that until someone got fed up and decked her.
I didn't mean it.
You mind if I stock up?
Go ahead. How do you like being a paramedic full-time?
Something to do. Don't miss being an orderly.
It's starting to get cold outside. I really like the coat they gave me at the mission. Shit.
Shut up, lady. What about your becoming a physician assistant?
Stupid idea in the first place.
Get us call series and admit her for 24 hours observation.
Clear!
And have her fit for a muzzle.
Donald, you agree with me?
Daniel,
It's a perfect financial solution. If we do this, the insurance company will cut our rates.
well, I just don't feel right about drug testing the whole staff.
We'll do it right across the boards. I myself will submit to the first-year analysis, even if I have to stand there all day.
All right, if you think that's the only way.
I'll set things in motion for next week. Yes? Oh, nonsense. I wonder if my chemo will be flagged. Holy Moses! Young man, what do you think you're doing out there?
On the floor every 3 minutes. You know, gee, this place is filthy.
If you don't come inside immediately, I'll call the police.
Look at the dust here. Oh,
What?
sneeze.
Please, be careful. It's untight.
Thanks.
Now, young man, you've gone far enough. Come in this window. God.
Sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
There?
Don't move.
Don't worry.
Look out, watch your backs.
Excuse me. I'm going. please. Excuse me. I called for the paramedics.
Let's start a line. Normal saline at 150 and get a BP. Carefully.
Can't you do something?
You may have a spinal fracture. We're not equipped to move in.
Best to wake the paramedics. They gotta train for this sort of thing.
Us at a hospital and can't get help?
I need a stethoscope.
Fell right before my eyes. Horrifying, not being able to do anything.
Well, at least at the car, it could have been street pizza.
Chest sounds okay. There don't appear to be any fractures. Can you wiggle your toes? Good.
Over halfway the time.
Excuse me. Excuse me. What do you got?
We haven't found a thing so far. He fell 3 stories.
What's in the IV?
Saline, 150.
Sir, we'll call it backboard and sandbags. Excuse me. You're gonna be all right, okay? Just relax. It's gonna be real gentle. Easy, guys. Let's get the backboard under. Turning.
Quite a crowd.
The lust for violence is insatiable.
1, 2, 3. We'll roll him around the ER.
Then you and I need to talk.
Again.
I've lost all my friends outside this hospital.
I didn't know you had any.
His place is taking over our lives.
Really? I finally had a free evening, so I went over to Jonathan Swift's. Members of the old band Wheat Straw were playing. Remember them?
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I fell asleep. Cream, please.
Well, at least you've got Westfall. And I don't have time to meet any new people or energy. I leave here, that's it. I'm looking for my Teddy.
No exercise, bad food, stress.
Doesn't stop you from playing with Turner's tush.
Knee slapper. I bet your sex life started to slide since the gift shop dropped Playboy.
That's right. You know, on top of this place ruining our social lives, we got the conservatives clamping down.
Yeah, there's that Supreme Court thing, the sodomy ruling. Sounds like the Middle Ages.
I think that kind of thing should be regulated.
I don't know.
Nice going, Carol. Jack's still sensitive.
I can understand that.
Well, you brought it up.
Hi, everybody. Now, if it isn't the new hero of ER, Dr. Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Excuse me, gotta go.
Nice. What does Westfall do with all that?
Patient. Private practice is the road to sanity. Hospital work is too demanding.
For what?
Life. Love.
Don't you wish you had more time for a relationship? Not into relationships, just receptacles. Oh.
Helen,
Yeah.
I hate that new chair of mine. Any chance of getting my old one back?
See what I can do.
Thanks.
Hi, Helen. I thought I'd surprise Mark, take him to lunch.
Oh, nice. His new office is 3309.
Okay, thanks.
Listen, you bubblehead. I'm the chief of surgery here. When I say clear the board, I mean get out the mop. Understood? What?
Honey, I just came to take you up.
Ellen, for Pete's sake, I could have been in the middle of a very important thought.
Your voice, you sound a lot like Mark.
Oh, from working on his book. I've grown to admire and emulate him. Someone to model my own life after.
You're the typist.
John Doe number 6. Oh, excuse me.
Yes, Mark said you were doing this as some kind of therapy.
He's got such willpower, you know. He's so committed. Not, committed. Please sit down.
Yes, he's quite a man, all right. You have to respect him.
Respect. I like respect. How did he get it?
Well, I think one of the keys to Mark's success is his selfishness. He sees an opportunity and takes hold, regardless of other people's feelings.
Selfishness.
Mm-hmm. He has that binary view of the world that very successful people have. No gray areas. Just his way and the wrong way. He also has a brash confidence bordering on conceit.
Confidence.
Mark is often very explosive, but ultimately he has a very stable personality.
An amazing man. Performing mitral valve commissurotomies at 25. Heart bypasses just a couple of years later. Boston Brahmin, rich past. He knows where he's from. Is there anything more I should learn about him?
Well, he's picky. He can tell the difference between medium and light starch at a glance and sends the medium back. He has a very good singing voice.
When I was 21.
Only he never sings. He can be the most aggravating.
You nincompoop.
Thoughtless.
Look, go home and do the wash, lady.
Sweet man.
Yeah. Well, Ellen, for what it's worth, I love you.
And he's much smaller than you are. Time to go.
Luther! All that excitement made me thirsty. Thanks. Never saw you in action as a paramedic. Fine job.
Thanks.
Enjoy the work?
At least they let me take care of people.
Legally, the hospital can't allow you to perform clinical work until you join the physician assistant program. I was wrong to encourage you. I apologize.
I'm trained. I wasn't hurting anyone. But the rules say I gotta spend 4 years in college before I can do any more than buff bedpans.
I'm still trying to speed things along.
Well, I'm tired of the bureaucracy.
A few months ago, you came to me and told me how important this hospital was to you, how much you wanted to help the people here.
And everyone except you put the kibosh on that.
Good time, Luther. Patience is also an important aspect of medicine.
That's easy for you to say.
We all had to mortgage our time and our personal lives in order to become doctors. Look at someone like Jack Morris. He studied amid squalor in Mexico in order to fulfill his dreams.
Dr. Morrison has got nothing to do with me.
I'm talking about taking care of the sick. If you're not committed enough to that, perhaps you were wise to quit.
Nick! Nick! Please don't say that word around me. Why do you say that?
What?
Nick! That word.
I can't stop.
You're saying it's Nurse Rosenthal and she's white.
I just talk. It's one of my words.
Lizzie, this is a surprise. Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm just picking up a prescription. Yeah. You've been on call 2 days straight, right? Gosh, you look better than I do after a full night's sleep. I wish I were as pretty as you. I guess it's sort of like chicken. People want a little extra breast, not a double portion of thighs.
Oh, I think you're beautiful.
Well, let's hope some guy out there does. That's why I came here and had my birth control pills renewed. I better get back on them just in case.
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't like diaphragms. And condoms, they just don't feel right. And IUDs are almost off the market.
Well, depends on the woman.
Mrs. Wild, we're on the same pill.
Uh-huh.
Will you charge it to Westfall? Thanks.
I have cash.
You know, Dad is a lot happier since you two started going out. I knew something was up when he didn't come home the night of the Doctor of the Year awards. Where do you guys go? I mean, you never spend the night together at our place. And living with your mom, yours is out of the question.
Lizzie, I'm very uncomfortable talking here.
Oh, that's right. I forget. The older generation is so out of touch. See you later.
See you later. Lizzie, you've got mine.
Mark, how you doing?
It's a sweet life.
La Dolce Vita. Saw the picture again the other night. Bellini's a master.
I want to read subtitles. I'll go to the library.
How is your book progressing?
Coming down the home stretch. Chapter 23. Antiarrhythmic therapy for ventricular tachycardia. Watch this.
There you are, Mark.
Hello, Ellen.
Daniel, Mark, what's going on in your office?
Why?
Well, I just had the silliest conversation with that John behind your desk.
Well, it's red leather and it's well worn, so if you see his chair, will you let me know? Oh, John, can you come down and finish signing the med request forms on Mrs. Tiger?
I'm busy.
No, could you do it later? Because if you don't, we can't give her the capture.
Stop bothering me. It's stupid paperwork. It's demeaning. It's not medicine.
Jack, none of us likes to have to do it.
I hate this hospital.
Dr. Fiskus, you know the foul-mouthed Polly Miller, the one who hit her head?
What about it?
Well, I think you should take another look at why she acts the way she does.
Well, the skull series came back negative on a concussion. Come tomorrow, I'll release her. Another nut on the street.
Mr. Stritch, you are a lucky man.
All clear?
Not a scratch. The car broke your fall. But I'm holding you here a little while longer to keep an eye on your kidney function. We found a little blood in the urine.
How's the patient?
Intact.
Good. Let's take him up to psych.
Wait, why?
Because you're crazy. Trying a stunt like that.
Oh, no. See, that's why I'm starting out small. See, I'm working my way up to the big stuff. You know, like the Prue, the Hancock Tower. See, on my lunch hour, I look for chimneys, walls, to practice climbing. Your facades hold some interesting handholds.
Or a lack of them.
Oh, no. See, my concentration was broken, so I grabbed a bad brick. You know, it's funny, because I go up there to get away from the distractions. You know, leave behind the daily three-piece circus.
What do you do?
Oh, sell life insurance. Yeah, you're both 43 and change, actuarially speaking. That's average years left to live. Me, I'm a 40 even.
So?
So, most people hedge their bets with whole life or term or universal. Oh, by the way, I've got a special on universal. But, see, people never use the freedom life insurance gives. You know, to conquer new heights, go for broke.
That's silly.
No. Let me show you.
Hey, wait!
Mr. Stritch.
What?
You're on a country road. No cars for miles. Suddenly, a jackrabbit runs across right in front of the car. Why do you wait? Because there's nothing like the adrenaline high you get when you beat those wheels.
Yeah, but if you don't, pass effect.
Must take a lot of courage.
Courage! Ha! Myself. You know, it takes bigger stunning to get married than to hang off the side of a building.
Would you get off, please?
He's right.
Later, when you let me out, I'll try again. Only this time, I'll
to the roof.
Coming through. Thanks. Hi.
Hi.
My name's Seth. What's yours?
Liz.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I can't sleep. I'm sorry. I'm being as quiet as I can. Oh, no, you're not the problem. Got a guilty conscience. I yelled at Rosenthal for no reason. I know. How could you?
You were in the stairwell. Everybody from psych to the boiler room got an earful.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't concentrate. I'm snapping at my wife, too. I hate this place.
Dr. Morrison. Shannon.
Hey.
Going for a walk.
Okay.
Listen, I was wondering if you could take a look at one of Dr. Fiskus's patients for me.
Nope. I got a full caseload. Fiskus can take care of his own patients.
That's what everybody says.
Anyway, I got a very hot date with a very hot OBGYN.
But I really think something's wrong with this lady.
Then the hospital is the best place for her. Luke, I don't want to give you a lot of advice, but if you want to play doctor, you make a diagnosis, you back it up with facts. Besides, you don't work here anymore, remember?
What the hell did you say to my wife?
Don't touch me. I'm sterile.
I'll sterilize you, pal.
Look, you're making a mistake. I boxed in college.
Like hell you did.
I mean, even with a bad hand, I could deck you.
I had the bad hand, see? Oh, boy, you've really lost your mind.
Look, I'd like to discuss this further, but I got to get back to my book. Chapter 15, A Tale of Two Cysts.
That wasn't me. This is me. Doe, take this down. You're fired. Now, you have 1 hour to finish typing my manuscript, and you leave it right here. And disappear. Understand?
Look, I've been working on my magic. For you.
1 hour, Doe. 1 hour.
Well, I told Butts and Fukuda if they were going to have reefer parties at night, not to have them in here. I figured they hadn't listened.
They'd never listened before.
What are you doing in Dr. Arsenator's office?
Who are you, the FBI?
No, I'm bigger than you are.
Well, for your information, I don't answer people who go around breaking in other people's lockers and removing their personal items and throwing them all over the dirty linoleum. Anybody who does that doesn't deserve to exist.
Look, I was riled.
Don't exist.
All right, you acted like you were better than me, so I got mad.
I just sworn I heard something, but nobody else is here.
Okay, well, nobody is gonna crush your windpipe, Jim. Now, what are you doing here?
You know the bag lady in the third floor ward? The one that makes all the strange noises?
Yeah, Crackers Polly? Yeah, those strange noises sound an awful lot like comments about my complexion.
Well, words don't mean anything by themselves, you see. But if they're aimed at something, then they mean something. And she's not speaking them to anyone.
Yeah, well, she's not so big deal.
Well, I think there's something else wrong with her. I remember reading that in one of Dr. Auslander's books. I'm dying.
Yeah, me too.
What are you dying of?
Onions. Think you can help her?
I'm gonna try. I know what it's like being someone no one wants around.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry I ruined your locker.
Sorry I took shots.
Friends?
Friends.
Didn't I tell you that pot can lead to harder stuff? Like my fist?
Now I know what all those stories in Cosmo were talking about.
I like your skin.
Weird.
No, soft.
I mean this. We meet in the gift shop, get really turned on, and then jump into bed without even knowing anything about each other. It's like body heat, steam and passion. So what am I supposed to do now? Go?
Well, you can stay here as long as you want. But I gotta move a little.
Where?
The hospital.
Now it's 3 a.m.
Believe me, I'd rather cuddle, but I already owe everybody lunches for covering for me. I got these right past hospital secured.
I could never do residency. Not enough sleep.
Oh, sleep's no problem. It's all the other bull. The system's designed to break you.
Ever since med school, classmates sabotaging your P-Chem experiments just to get ahead. You gotta become quite a jerk yourself just to outmaneuver. You know, if medicine were only about helping patients, everything would be great.
Nice place.
Oh, yeah, my dad bought this as an investment since I was coming to Boston, but now he's thinking about selling. Some new tax code or something's gonna leave me high and dry.
Hey, I bet you could help me with my chemistry. Do you remember anything about rate constants?
Yeah, 0.
Same as Dad.
Oh, yeah, what does he do?
Medicine?
Do I know him?
Oh, probably. He's Dr. Westfall.
Lucky me. Rounds are late. Maybe Westfall didn't show today. Caught a whiff of him earlier in the men's room. Too bad. You're telling me. What's the trouble? You unprepared?
Personal problem with Westfall.
Oh. Yeah, your patient Birch killed. It's more serious than that. What? Made fun of his hairline? Slept with his daughter? You slept with Westfall's daughter? Come on, man. You deflowered the princess? You savaged his one and only? You violated that little girl we've practically watched grow up? How could you? And don't leave anything out. I didn't know who she was until it was too late. So break it off. Gently, of course. You know, swear to silence and hope Westfall goes into a coma. You know the girl. Do you think she would have told him? No. Well, maybe. But if so, you'll be dead any second. Dr. Westfall?
Sorry I'm late, Dr. Fiscus. You're up. Come on, we're going to have to move.
Dr. Auslander? Luther?
Oberon sensitive on top.
Luther. Hey.
Oh. I must have been having a dream.
About someone named Baby. What are you doing here?
Oh, looking something up. Let me ask you something. If you had a patient with constant physical tics, erratic outbursts of swearing, and antisocial behavior, what would you do?
I'd get a consult.
You're just the man I've been looking for. Call me.
And since changing Mr. Braz's antihypertensive medicine, he's had absolutely no complaints of side effects.
And which side effects in particular were you looking for?
Sedation or postural hypotension.
Good. All right, Mr. Braz, we'll see you later. You're doing just fine. Okay, that'll do it for today, people. Thank you. Dr. Griffin, you have a moment?
Yes.
That was a fine case presentation.
Thank you.
Neatly packaged, no loose ends. The patient's doing remarkably well.
Oh, I try.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing that worries me. Now, is Mr. Braz really as healthy as you're saying, or is that all for my benefit?
It's the truth. Well, you're absolutely right, though. I do try too hard to be positive sometimes. I can't help it. I just want to be a good doctor.
Well, it's not a failure if a patient has problems, is it?
Yes, sir.
Just don't push, okay?
Hi.
Hi. Didn't expect to see you today. Lizzie, this is the...
You think I should wear silver?
I don't know.
Oh, I've always worn gold.
You think that's my problem? Afraid of change?
You're right. With my coloring, I should wear gold. How about getting a lighter frost, though?
Why?
I don't know, just to be different.
What if you end up looking like Annie Lennox? Seth Griffin asked me out.
Oh?
I said no. I mean, why take any chances? You and Westfall, that's a risk.
Oh, well, I don't know. Helen, I didn't mean it that way.
You said I shouldn't be a nurse.
I said you shouldn't be just a floor nurse because you'd been a head nurse.
Do you expect me to believe that?
If Lucy wanted to take a shot, she could sure do a better job.
Could she?
I'm sorry, I didn't. You had to be holding a urine specimen when you got angry.
You know, for the first time, the three of you are in a relationship, and I'm not.
What one am I in?
Ehrlich!
No, please.
Just look at this. Lucy, you took a dare. I mean, maybe Robert was right to want to chuck everything we had for the sake of passion.
You owe me a new uniform.
You owe me an apology.
Well, fine, then we're even. I'll tell Mr. Braun to start working on another specimen.
Helen, you've been with a lot of men. 4 marriages.
4 divorces.
Really has a lot of nerve.
11 years. I thought I knew him. I found out I was wrong. I'm scared to go through that again.
It's worse being alone.
I mean, part of me wants to start again, go out with someone new. But how do you find the courage to start all over again?
They're only men, Jackie.
Right.
Right.
Shit! Shit! The disease?
No, Tourette syndrome is a neurological disorder. It's a problem with the chemicals in the brain.
Been this way as long as I can remember. The disorder can begin as early as 2 years old.
2? Mommy and Daddy were always telling me, slow down, quiet down, grow up.
This isn't your fault, you know. Because of the chemical imbalance, you say or do things you normally wouldn't. The inhibitions are lost.
People say I'm crazy.
That's because they don't understand.
I try to be like everyone else. It's hard to concentrate. I couldn't stop. Have to. Got no friends. People yelling at me. So I went where no one would notice. Where I'd fit in. Invisible. On the street.
Well, we can't cure you, but we may be able to help with drugs.
This could change your whole life.
Okay. Nigger. Nigger. Nigger.
Yeah. I'll recommend that Polly be put on Haldol, and I'll call in social services to talk to her.
I should be more grateful.
Well, sometimes people don't know how much help they need. Polly's learned to adapt her problem to the environment. It lives with it. It's admirable. She's a survivor.
Well, you think she'll get better?
Well, the medication should control the tics and the vocalizations, but she's got a lot of catching up to do. Which means a lot of commitment, a lot of disappointments, and it's going to be especially tough with the reward so far in the distance. It's a good diagnosis, Luther.
No. This isn't it. I said red.
I don't even know these guys. Helen, have you seen John Doe?
Yeah, I said he was going for a walk about an hour ago. Why?
That nitwit stole my hands, my plaque, my clock, the typewriter, the dictaphone, and 333 of the best pages of my life. Get me security. And Auslander.
So we're gonna get together, right?
Sure.
Tonight? Tomorrow?
Oh, I'm working every day this week. Why don't I give you a call, okay?
Okay. I'll look forward to it. Bye.
Bye. Well, I'll wait.
No, I'm almost finished. There.
How are you doing?
Fine. You?
Oh. The usual. It's a nice pen.
My grandfather's. He was a medic in the Spanish Civil War. Went off with Hemingway to fight Franco. Died there. Listen. Like you said yesterday, maybe we could go out sometime. Dinner. Movie.
I thought...
You better answer, because I'm losing my nerve.
Jackie, I don't think that'd be a good idea just now.
Your hand?
No, it's Michigan with the mitten off. And here's Ypsilanti.
Took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw.
Boy, oh boy. Chippying around with Carol Navino has really salted your pork, hasn't it, Donald? And who presses your shirts?
You do something else to your hand?
I opened up the scar. And don't start in with the fatherly lectures, all right?
No, I wasn't going to.
Yeah, well, sometimes you can't help yourself.
Yeah, I know it. I'm the one who told Lizzie to get out, start dating, have fun.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
I slaved over 300 pages. And now, right at the end, I'm dead in the water. Dough's flown the coop.
What?
Evaporated, taking every scrap of paper with him.
Start over.
Oh, boy, that's just like you. I'd never remember it all.
It's a tough break, Mark.
Listen, don't breathe a word to Ellen. The book was her idea. She'll be heartbroken.
Loved ones can do that to you, can't they?
Dr. Merchant, cardiology. Dr. Julie Merchant, cardiology.
Here's the file you were asking for.
Oh, great, thanks.
And there's a surprise waiting for you in your office.
Huh?
Come in.
Dr. Ashland, do you want to see me?
Yes.
Before you say anything, I want to come back.
What brought this on?
I diagnosed a patient by myself, and I realized that helping people at the hospital is what I really want to do, even if it is going to take 4 years.
Or less. I've just received word from the UMass College of Public and Community Service. They'll give you credit for prior learning plus work experience. You can get through there and into the Northeastern PA program in just 2 years.
2 years?
Is there an echo in here?
It's great news.
Oh, by the way, when we do make diagnoses, we're not always right. Young man!
Hiya, Doc.
Maybe he'll make it this time.
Yes, maybe he will.